There's been a big breakthrough in wrestlers versus government standoff. The sports minister and the wrestlers today held a meet for about 6 hours. The wrestlers have put their demand, there are 5 clear demands by the wrestlers, and they've decided to stave off their protest till the 15th of this month. All of this as the government has assured the probe and filing of the charge sheet by the Delhi police till the 15th of this month. The athletes are adamant on the arrest of WFI chief and BJP MP Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, who has been accused of sexual harassment. The FIR against the athlete has also been withdrawn. Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said that talks between both sides were successful and that women wrestlers will be given security according to their needs. Notably, a missing face from the talks today was Vinesh Fogart. The wrestler in a cryptic tweet said that some aim only at the final destination.
जो गवर्नमेंट के साथ हमारी बात हुई है खेल मंत्री जी के साथ कि 15 तारीख तक 15 जून तक जो पुलिस की जो कानून का जो पुलिस की प्रक्रिया चल रही है वो पूरी करने की बोली है और उन्होंने बोला कि 15 तारीख तक आप कोई भी प्रोटेस्ट ना करें। तो हमने जो उन्होंने प्रपोज कुछ बिंदुओं में बात हुई कि खिलाड़ियों का सुरक्षा का ध्यान रखा जाएगा, महिला खिलाड़ियों का भी और पुरुष खिलाड़ियों का भी, और जितने भी केस खिलाड़ियों के ऊपर हुए हैं वो वापस लिए जाएंगे। तो वो चीजें सरकार ने मानी है और जो हमारे साथ बातचीत हुई है वो हम जो हमारे समर्थक हैं चौधरी हैं, जितने भी हमारे साथ संगठन जुड़े हैं, चाहे वो महिला संगठन है चाहे वो किसान संगठन है, हम सब के सामने वो प्रस्ताव रख देंगे। 1-2 दिन में हम उनकी सहमति उनसे बात करके उनको बता देंगे। तो सर आप लोग सहमत हो?
लगभग 6 घंटे चली इस बैठक में जिन मुद्दों पर चर्चा हुई उसमें जो आरोप लगाए गए हैं उन आरोपों की जांच पूरी करके 15 जून तक चार्जशीट दायर की जाए और रेसलिंग फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया का चुनाव 30 जून तक किया जाए। इंटरनल कंप्लेंट कमेटी रेसलिंग फेडरेशन की बनाई जाए और उसकी अध्यक्षता कोई महिला करे। निवर्तमान अध्यक्ष बृजभूषण सिंह, जिनकी 3 टर्म पूरी हुई है, वो और उनसे संबंधित लोग उसमें चुनकर ना आए, इस तरह की उनकी मांग थी। जो महिला खिलाड़ियों को या बाकी खिलाड़ी आवश्यकता अनुसार सिक्योरिटी उनको मिले, जिन खिलाड़ियों के या अखाड़ों के या अकेडमीज के या कोचेस के खिलाफ मुकदमे हैं, उन मुकदमों को वापस लेने की मांग की है ताकि उस पर कोई कानूनी या पुलिस की कार्रवाई ना की जा सके। और खिलाड़ियों ने कहा है कि वो चाहते हैं कि 15 जून तक चार्जशीट दायर हो और वो भी अपना कोई भी इस पर प्रदर्शन या उनसे जुड़े हुए कोई भी संगठन जो उनके समर्थक हैं वो भी कोई प्रदर्शन नहीं करेंगे और उन सबको भी इस बातचीत से अवगत कराएंगे।
All right, let's cut across to our reporters. Paulami Saha joining us live from the Sports Minister Anurag Thakur's residence. Nitin Srivastava getting us the latest in terms of what has been the take back where the wrestlers are concerned. First up, going across to Paulami. Paulami, it's been a while where the protest was on. It seemed there was a complete standoff. The Sports Minister this morning with a tweet invited them for talks. Now, what really has happened in the backdrop of it all? 5 demands have been put forth by the wrestlers, but give us the inside details. What made the sports minister tweet out inviting the wrestlers for a conversation? What went down behind the scenes?
Well, Preeti, this was something which was ongoing for a while now, and the government was looking to find a solution to it for a while because as far as the wrestlers are concerned, even though they were not sitting at Jantar Mantar and agitating anymore, they'd resumed duty as OSD Sports in the Railways Department as well, both Sakshi Malik and Bajrang Punia. The agitation, they continued to say, was underway, was still ongoing. Cops were also lending their support as well. There were Mahapanchayats that were being held in support of the wrestlers as well. Keeping all of that that in view, the government decided that this is the time to try and find a resolution and break the deadlock and bring the wrestlers back to the dialogue table. Remember, just a few days ago, the Union Home Minister had also met with the wrestlers as well. That conversation was inconclusive, but they wanted to take this forward. The government wanted to take it forward, and hence the Sports Minister yesterday last evening invited the wrestlers to come forth again to the dialogue table, which they did today. That meeting lasted almost 6 hours, after which some key takeaways have been arrived upon unanimously by both sides. That is, of course, the Sports Minister and the wrestlers. Only Sakshi Malik, Bajrang Punia and Satyavrat Kadyan were present in this meeting. What they've decided is that a charge sheet will be filed in the cases that have been lodged against Brijbhushan Sharan Singh by the Delhi police by June 15. WFI elections will be held by June 30th. An internal complaints committee will be formed inside the WFI, which will be led by a woman. The elections, one of the demands that the wrestlers put forth was that there shouldn't be anyone who's associated with Brijbhushan Sharan Singh who should contest the WFI elections, and that has been agreed upon by the government as well. So these are some of the key demands. Also, of course, the cases that were filed against the wrestlers when they tried to march towards the new Parliament building on May 28th, on the day of its opening and inauguration, those cases will be withdrawn as well. So some forward movement. The government has assured them that there will be a charge sheet which will be filed by June 15th, and they've decided that they won't be protesting or agitating until then.
You know, Poulomi, stay on with us. I just want to bring in Nitin Srivastava as well. He's been speaking to the wrestlers. He's been on the story ever since the protest broke out. Nitin, you know, you've been speaking to all the protesting wrestlers. Also interesting that Vinesh Fogart did not attend. Give us the backstory on that. But first up, Nitin, the 5 demands that the wrestlers have put. If all demands are met by the government, but their 5th and final demand, which is the arrest of Brijbhushan Sharan, if that doesn't happen post the charge sheet, which now the government has promised that the Delhi police should file by the 15th of this month. But if the arrest doesn't happen, but 4 other demands are met, will the wrestlers be happy going home in terms of where the protest is concerned, or will they stick to all 5 demands?
Well, Preeti, after this long meeting which was happened with the Sports Minister today, wrestlers looks happy, I mean, as of now, because when they're leaving Anurag Thakur's residence, I spoke to them and they were pretty happy, saying that negotiations was on the table, and we are pretty sure that whatever government is saying, they will do it. So as of now, we are going back to the KHAP leaders, KHAP Panchayat, and whatever proposal have been given to us, we will discuss to the KHAP leaders, and then only we can say that what action will we take in terms of the future course of action. Remember, they have already maintained this, that any decision which we are going to take will be definitely with the consultation of KHAP. So but till 15th of June there is no protest, and they will wait for the charge sheet which Delhi police will be filing in court. So after then only they will decide that what step they will take. But as of now it looks that this agitation might be going to end very soon, because government is ready to do anything whatever the wrestlers are saying. Remember, the very first time when in January these wrestlers came to at Jantar Mantar, and for the very first time there was 2 rounds of meeting with Anurag Thakur on day 1 and day 2, and then after there was a committee formed by the government which was called Oversight Committee, and there was another separate committee which was formed by IOA. So as of now, again when they are back again on Jantar Mantar, there was a committee formed by IOA which is called Ad Hoc Committee, which is actually taking care of WFI and also to conduct the elections. So that is why WFI had 45 days of time in hand, but they are running out of time. So that is why they have written to UWW to give us some more time to finalize our elections, and we will soon issue the notifications officially to conduct the election.
You know, appreciate you joining us, Nitin. One quick question from Poulomi before I let you go, Poulomi. You know, the Sports Minister came out, spoke to the media, said the talks were very, very positive with the wrestlers. We've heard that before, but this time around, was there any indication given by the wrestlers that if the other 4 demands are met, however, the 5th and their major demand has been the arrest of Brijbhushan, if that doesn't happen, can there be a bit of give and take, or do you think the wrestlers have made it very clear? What's the inside story on that?
Well, as far as the wrestlers are concerned, now, while the wrestlers side does say that they did press forth with that demand that there should be an arrest of Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, it apparently wasn't said as many times or as forcefully over the 6 hours that they spent inside the Union Sports Minister's residence, and hence, of course, the wrestlers coming on board and agreeing to the fact that there is a timeline. The Delhi police has always been saying over the last couple of weeks that they are about to file a status report. They will be filing that charge sheet by the 15th of June. Now, a deadline has been set. A deadline has been given to them by the Union Sports Minister. So they're likely to wait it out. It remains to be seen that if, the charges that they've leveled against Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, if those charges hold in the charge sheet that the Delhi police, in fact, files in this case, are they watered down? Do they find evidence for enough of those complaints and allegations that have been leveled by these wrestlers? Again, it will entirely depend on that charge sheet, which is eventually filed by Delhi police before the 15th of June. And on the basis of that, the wrestlers will, of course, speak to their, community leaders, CAPs, etc., in order to then decide how they want to proceed forward with this.
Well, interesting. Thank you both of you for joining us. What's also interesting, viewers, in the middle of it is, why was Vinesh Fogart missing? Because she's been one of the faces of the protest and she did not go to the sports minister's residence for this meeting. She did, though, tweet out a very cryptic tweet of sorts. But having said that, Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Fogart are related, so maybe it is Bajrang who's representing Vinesh as well. But having said that, all of speculations are out there. Trust us to get you the latest. Meanwhile, shifting focus to the other developing story. Now, once again, medieval times gone by, but Aurangzeb continues to make news. The Mughal ruler has become the latest political flashpoint in Maharashtra. Hindu groups up in arms against pro-Aurangzeb posts and posters being raised in rallies. Here's the full report.
Maharashtra's Kolhapur on the boil. Hindu groups go on the rampage, vandalize shops and damaging vehicles. The violent protests were brought under control after the police lathi charged the ground.
पुलिस ने जो जमाव था उस पर अश्रुधुओं के नलखंडे देखिए डाले थे, अश्रुधुओं के बौछारे भी डाले थे, साथ ही लाठीचार्ज भारी मात्रा में यहाँ पर होते हुए नजर आया था.
The Hindu outfits were protesting a WhatsApp status put by 3 Muslim teenagers on Tuesday in praise of the 17th century Mughal ruler Aurangzeb, who had fought many battles with Maratha icon Chhatrapati Shivaji. The WhatsApp status hailed Aurangzeb as the true king. Earlier, posters of Aurangzeb were raised during a procession on Sunday in Ahmednagar. The police booked 4 people, including the city unit chief of Asaduddin Owaisi's party, AIMIM, who organized the rally for allegedly inciting violence. The Maharashtra government has made it clear no forgiveness would be granted to anyone invoking the name of Aurangzeb.
मैं खुद पर्सनली अधिकारियों के साथ संपर्क में हूँ और कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने के लिए सभी लोगों ने सहयोग करने की आवश्यकता है, ऐसा आह्वान भी मैं करता हूँ. और राज्य में सभी लोग शांति से रहे, या राज्य में शांति रहे, अमन रहे, इसके लिए सभी लोगों ने सहयोग करने की आवश्यकता है.
महाराष्ट्र में अचानक कुछ जिलों में औरंगजेब की औलादें पैदा हुई है, जो औरंगजेब का फोटो दिखाते हैं, औरंगजेब का स्टेटस रखते हैं, और इसके कारण एक दुर्भावना समाज में पैदा हो रही है. कौन जानबूझकर महाराष्ट्र में कानून व्यवस्था खराब हो और महाराष्ट्र का नाम खराब हो, ये करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, ये भी हम ढूंढ के निकालेंगे.
The opposition NCP has accused the Eknath Shinde government of failing to ensure law and order in the state.
होम मिनिस्ट्री के पास एक इंटेलिजेंस का रिपोर्ट आता है, तो इनका इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट इनको नहीं बताता क्या होने वाला है. इतने दंगे जब से इनकी सरकार आई है दंगे ही हुए, इसके पहले इतने दंगे कभी नहीं हुए इस राज्य में. तो ऑब्वियसली ये फेलियर ऑफ होम मिनिस्ट्री है ना.
Aurangzeb, who expanded the Mughal territory nearly to the entirety of the Indian subcontinent, has become the latest political flashpoint in Maharashtra politics. The Mughal emperor, seen as a divisive figure, is accused of targeting Hindus during his rule. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's cut across right now to my colleague Pankaj Khelkar en route to Kolhapur, joining us live with the latest. Pankaj, what's the update, especially where the law and order situation is concerned?
See, as of now, the life has returned back to normalcy. I am outskirts of Kolhapur city. A peace meeting is going on in Kolhapur city. The Guardian Minister Deepak Kesarkar is here. Along with him, other elected representatives are also in this peace meeting, wherein they are appealed to the public that nothing should happen. Whatever has happened during the morning hours, during the afternoon hours, such things shouldn't be repeated. The person, the minor boy who was responsible for this social viral thing concerning Aurangzeb has been detained. So whatever has happened was during the noon hours, after which police swung into action. Tear gas was used, lathi charge was also used, and 20 to 25 youth have been rounded off who seem to be responsible for such an act. Other than that, all of the CCTV footage are being screened to, in a way, track those who are responsible for this misconduct, for this rioting incident.
All right, Pankaj, appreciate you joining us. We're going to continue to come back to you for more updates on that story.